The man had just lost $10 million at the gambling table, and his opponent took advantage of the moment to slip poison into his drink, completely cutting off his chance for a comeback. When the beautiful woman brought Bond the glass, he downed it without hesitation, totally unaware of the sinister smile on the other man's face. Sure enough, as soon as the alcohol hit his throat, Bond felt a wave of discomfort and quickly realized he might have been poisoned. As the toxin gradually took effect, he hastily tossed his chips, swiftly left the table, and grabbed a glass of water on the way out. After entering the restroom, Bond desperately gulped down water, trying to dilute the poison in his system, but it was clear none of it was working. Realizing he couldn't handle this crisis alone, he staggered to his sports car, relying on his last shred of clarity to get inside. He opened the glove compartment, grabbed his phone, and called headquarters. Upon learning of Bond's poisoning, the commander immediately grew tense, knowing that when an agent activates this kind of device, it means the situation is extremely serious. By now, Bond's breathing had become labored. The headquarters staff rapidly assessed the situation and instructed him to use the backup defibrillator, placing the electrodes on his chest. Seeing his heart rate continue to drop, Bond immediately hit the start button, but the device didn't respond. Luckily, he quickly found the problem. The defibrillator leads weren't connected properly. Bond tried to reconnect the wires, but at that moment, he lost consciousness. At the critical moment, his KFC girlfriend arrived just in time. She reconnected the leads and quickly pressed the start button. After a jolt of electricity, Bond gradually regained consciousness, and everyone finally breathed a sigh of relief. However, before he could express his gratitude, he had already raced back to the gambling table. Bond's opponent, Sean, was stunned to see him suddenly return, surprised he was still alive. The dealer dealt the cards again, and Mike didn't hesitate to bet $5 million, with John beside him following suit with $6 million. Unexpectedly, Sean went even crazier, raising the stakes directly to $12 million. At this point, Bond simply looked up at Sean, then immediately reacted.
40,500,000.
Causing the atmosphere in the entire casino to freeze. Sean was also stunned, then glanced down at his hole cards, feeling confident of his victory. So he went all in with his entire fortune. The $150 million on the table made every player's heart jump into their throat. Next, they all revealed their cards. Mike had a straight flush, while John's hand was one rank higher. But no one expected Sean's cards to be even higher than John's. Finally, only Bond remained. The moment he flipped over his hole cards, everyone was shocked. Bond had gotten the strongest hand, which was completely beyond Sean's expectations. However, Sean didn't show any displeasure, turning to leave the scene as if pondering something. On the other hand, Bond had won $100 million through this gambling round. He wanted to share this good news with his KFC girlfriend, but as soon as he stepped out of the hotel, he saw his girlfriend being kidnapped. It was clear this was Sean's doing. Without a second thought, Bond immediately jumped into his BMW sports car, flooring it to chase after them.